Why, hello everyone, and welcome back to the Nullius mod. This is Otaku Showboat, and today's the day that we will actually go and make epoxy. I have set up BPA boxes as of the last video. I have ECH that we made, and I have scaled. I have methanol provided onto my train network in sufficient quantities to make the solvent and epoxy that I want to make out of this build. So, it is that time. Let us go do that thing. This build, which will also eventually get into fiberglass at my mall. Fiberglass boxes, that is, that will probably unpack into fiberglass as well. This build should be very short. Today might be a very, very, very short video, in fact. But we shall see. We shall see. I will need a little bit of compressed carbon dioxide into carbon monoxide. It needs 5 distilleries. So, yeah, all of that can go. And we're gonna live with that. It will need 3 compressors in total, so off that all goes. I am now here. I am not gonna have enough space to do all of this deconstruction in my inventory. I'm pretty sure. So I'm going to put pipe into my backpack, into the trash slots, because that's going to be, I think, the #1 limiting factor here, as I pick up a whole bunch of stuff that I have already built, because I don't need it in this build anymore. Oh look, I'm already full. Well, wouldn't you know? Let me just get rid of a few things into my trash slots and see how we do with that. That should help. Also, yeah, I'm gonna get more efficiency modules in my backpack. I fully intend on keeping these items, but actually having them in my train, maybe cycle a few things out on the train wagons. I don't know. I would like to get into the wagon 2s, cargo wagon 2s, for my personal train, because it doubles the amount of available space. Slots in each wagon. Don't really need that for the vast majority of my trains. Maybe the ore wagons should be upgraded to the level 2s. All of the trains moving ore about the place, which do need that throughput because the stack size is 50 on ore. Those are good candidates to upgrade, but otherwise I think it's not going to be used all that much. Because a lot of my stuff is actually running at lower than a full amount anyway. You do need oxygen. I do need a little bit of oxygen. So even though I am destroying this whole thing, I will need to keep around a little bit of stuff here. Just a little bit of this. Tiny, tiny, tiny thing. And I am going to be as efficient as possible. I don't think I need to be efficient here. Or I don't need to have yield here. That said 12.7, 12.1, 12.7. Yeah, I think 12.1 is a lower number here. And I'll have enough stuff for this by doing it this way. I am going to have these little patches of shallow water hanging out. This is why I have this. Get rid of those pipes. Come on, babies. Get back in my pack. Oh, you freaking used up all the electricity. Oh, noes. It's nighttime, isn't it? Yup. It's nighttime, so they're not going to come back out again. La-di-di-di-da. They used all of the electricity. I wasn't paying as much attention. What is eating space? You. Some of this I'll build back, but a lot of it won't. A lot of it won't be. Oh, hey, we have power again. Hello, my robots. Thank you for doing your job. Get back in my pack. Thank you. Don't eat up all of the hangar energy. Oh god, stop. Stop what you're doing. Okay. You there. Doink, doink, doink. Yes, if I had the mirrored buildings, I could actually have these right next to each other. I don't care. Doink. 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 Da da. Da. Speed, glorious speed. And I need both, but it will overproduce on oxygen, so give me ox. Venting. Phew. Give me 3. Not gonna bother on an array this small to do the mirrored thingy. I will not run out of pipe. Even if it seems like I might, because I have lots more in my trash slots. Alright, you. Come here. There you go. And this into this. Get back in there. Alright, that's that, and that. Give me 6 of you. Alright. This has a pass-through. I am not going to do the mirrored thing. I'm just going to do this. Alright. And that is Solvent. Ta-da! Solvent. Just get, this guy hooked up. And then get this brought up. Because I need another one of these. Yeah, I need another one of these. Go, go, go. Alright. R methanol at epoxy. I mean, it's really solvent, but whatever. And I'm going to need another supply station as well. Up here. Sure, I'll put it there. You are going to be requesting the methanol, excuse me, methanol, glorious methanol. Come on down, methanol. You are welcome here. Excellent. Plonk that, please. Thank you. And then I need essentially this just in reverse on those spots. Don't need those wires, but whatever. 'Tis fine. 'Tis very fine. Now, have I named these yet? No. So, you can be the you can be the solvent, I should say. Oh, solvent. I want this to actually be, behind an auxiliary, so that I make the epoxy preferentially. Let's actually just input the epoxy over here. Oh yes, I need to bring in the BPA, of course. There does need to be one solid input into this system. Solid input. My goodness, I completely forgot about the solid input. Alright, let's go. Solid input pipe. Our BPA boxes at Epoxy. Glorious Epoxy. Give me my BPA boxes. There you go. That locomotive should be on its way. Okay, that is that. Now for the 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wastewater is produced here. Interesting. I'm stuck. Oh, that actually ends up relatively conveniently placed, for the exception that I needed to be moved over one whole tile. Alright. That. Destroying. Power. 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 Let there be power! Thank you for subscribing, person who subscribed while I was recording this video. Thank you so very much for that. It's very appreciated. Don't forget that you can comment, like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to, help the content keep flowing. The content, it must flow. It must continue to flow. And in order to do so, without any issue, for all of eternity, we will need more people watching, and following, and supporting. So thank you for doing your part with all of that. I now have solvent. I also need to do this thing. Go away, you. This thing, getting rid of the waste water byproducts. Ta-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And there we go. It's glorious, it's beautiful, and it's magnificent. If only I had the solvent brought into the epoxy. That's how we do it. 61.06 of the epoxy is going to get used. Of the solvent is going to get used. What? The what? Oh. 21.6 of the solvent is going to be used to make the epoxy. glorious epoxy. This will actually make all 61.06, but I don't care. And then what remains of the solvent after 21.06 is how much solvent I've got. Yeah, yay! Isn't it glorious? So this is going to be relatively relatively low throughput. So we're clear on that. Very, very low, actually. Supply, epoxy. Supply, solvent. Alright. It's been like 16 and a half minutes. Great. I am okay with this. This is not a bad thing. Not in the slightest. So how am I going to deal with the lack of throughput? Did I already do it? No. How am I going to do with the lack of volume out of these? I also need to make sure that I do D solvent as well as D epoxy. Who knows how much of each I'm going to need. So you are solvent. SD full cargo. Not full cargo, but circuit condition. We're going to do full cargo or fluid count on solvent is in fact greater than or equal to 1,000. If you have more than 1,000 or equal to 1,000, you're good to go. Automatic, you're good to go. Now, I'm going to do similar logic here. SD full cargo, fluid count, epoxy, greater than or equal to 1,000. Automatic, you're good to go. I've already made over 1,000 units of the epoxy. How wonderful and glorious it is that we are making solvent and epoxy. Now, to assign solvent and epoxy, the solvent, the epoxy. That's done. Now to make fiberglass. To the mall we go. All the way over here. So I'm going to need, in fact, another of my glorious stations for bringing in fluids. That actually needs to be one of you. That's one of you. There we go. I need another 2 fluid inputs. Am I here? I'm here! I've arrived! Oh my goodness, I've arrived! I'm back! At the mall already. The locomotives are super fast. Those glorious Mark II locomotives. Now, why haven't I built the level 2 cargo wagons yet? In fact, I have built the level 2 cargo wagons because you need those to make the level 2 locomotive. So, I'm going to have to upgrade my personal locomotive to those. I don't know how seamless it is to upgrade wagons. It's certainly not seamless to upgrade the locomotives. I think it's okay on the wagons. I think the wagons are seamless upgrades, but we'll see. Thank you for that. Where am I making the Mark II wagons? I don't think it matters because I can just request the wagons. So they will bring me my wagons. Oh, hey, I put my car out here in case you hadn't noticed. I'm not carrying that around anymore. It was taking up an inventory spot, and I didn't want it to take up the inventory spot anymore. So, where are those cargo wagons, huh? They were down here. They have been picked up. They are on their way to me. How do I know they've been picked up? Because the game would say that they're being picked up if they weren't already picked up. It would say that there were bots on the way to pick them up. So there should be, hello, bots. Glorious. Get rid of that request for me. Now, are you seamless? Why? No! Stop. Stop what you're doing. Stop what you're doing immediately. Go away. Okay. Give me that back. Give me all of this stuff. Because now, like, all of it can go back into there. Minus that, plus that. And then you can be replaced with you. And you are completely empty. Now we can turn that back on. Oh, boy. Get rid of that. You know what? Screw it. Just replace the Mark 1 cargo wagons with the level 2s. Where are those? Right there? Carry 10, not 5. Same with the fluid wagons. But I'm also about to get fluid wagon 2s as well, so I'll hold off for now on that change. This just looks good to me. Right, get rid of the wagons. You're getting replaced with the Mark IIs. What do I want in my second wagon? Let's stick a stack of efficiency modules in there because I tend to lose those constantly. Let's stick a stack of the distilleries of each type of distillery, as well as air filters, because I tend to run out of those quite frequently. Similarly with the electrolyzers, not so much the compressors. I'll stick in rail, more rail. I'll stick in more loaders, more belt. I don't even know at this point. See, shallow water, sure, as if I'd ever run out of that. More mining drills, I guess. Rather than carrying around 40, I'll carry around 20. Why did I completely get rid of that? They're gonna bring me 40, aren't they? No, they're bringing me 20. Good. You get those. Put in a stack of each assembler. Yield modules, another 50 efficiency modules. More pipe and tanks, I guess. And we'll see what else as we go. My bots are bringing me loads of things. So many things right now. Well. Fiberglass. It's time. It's finally time for fiberglass. Oh boy, they're charging. They're charging. They're charging on these charge pads. By the way, what did I need for the batteries again? Batteries. Where are batteries? Batteries? Batteries. batteries, carbon fiber, and solvent. Hey, I guess we should get into the carbon fiber. Oh, and sodium, but that's... Bleh. We should work on getting into the carbon fiber, huh? That's going to need acrylic fiber. That's going to need acrylonitrile. Yes, I think acrylonitrile is going to be the actual next thing after this. Yeah, that's going to need to be added as our next item. That's to get into the textiles, I believe. Is making this stuff. But as you can see with this stuff, it's a little easy to get into this. It's just a bit easy getting into this stuff. Because it's ammonia. It's basically ammonia and propene. Hey, wouldn't you know? Another propene use. And textile 1 is acrylic fiber and sodium sulfate. Oh boy, I will need to make that. Which I can make that. But yeah, the acrylic fiber again, acrylonitrile plus water from that stuff. That'll be our next mission. Our current mission is fiberglass. Now, I don't know if this will actually unlock anything. They're delivering a whole bunch of water to me. Yes, thank you. Thank you, robots. Thank you, Logibots, for the water. I like the water. They're going to try to send me 500, so 250 of these guys are trying to get to me right now. But I've got a job to do. I have a job to do, and if you're not fast enough to keep up with me, then that's your problem, not mine. Off we go. Off we do go. I don't even need to be off to do this. M what? Solvent. And M epoxy. Also, have I gotten all of the names? Am I fully up to date on names? No. No, I am not up to date on all of the names here because we did get a new member of the channel at the boastful level. So congratulations, steel rods are going to Zazfa. Zazfa. It's a capital Z. There we go. Congratulations, letters. Welcome to being a boastful otaku. I have just remembered that right now. M solvent and M epoxy. All right, let's get our solvent and our epoxy brought in. I'm going to want both of these things. However, the thing I'm making now with the fiberglass is going to need the epoxy. This is done in assemblers. Wow. All right, large assembler. You are going to make this. Am I doing the boxed fibers? Yes, I am. Yes, I am doing the boxed fibers. Yield, of course. And that'll be more than enough. That should be more than enough for my current usage, I think. Beautiful, so we have the solvent, and we now have the epoxy. Request. Provide. Get more than that, thanks. Input, output. Power the stuffs. Put that there in case I want more. And that is, in fact, that. Fiberglass. Which I will want to also unbox for some of this stuff, or most of this stuff. It is a requirement to get into Robot Frame 2s, but we still need batteries. We need it for pipes. This needs to be done in medium assembler 2s. Okay, I will need to unbox the fiberglass as well. You'll get that, and you'll get that treatment in a medium assembler. We're probably gonna have multiple of these buildings set up for the pipes. There we go. Glorious. Beautiful stuffs. That's gonna need 2. This is gonna make a little over 2.5 per second to make these pipe 3s. And then the underground pipes, also in the medium assembler, okay. The underground pipes, these are gonna need some concrete as well. Yield, please. Yield, please. Need the yield. Glorious yield on these. You know what? This is so little, like, so slow. I am tempted to double. Yeah, I will get more fiberglass so I can actually double that too. I'll keep this one, maybe. 3.82. Yeah, it's good enough. 'Tis good enough. Why you know fiberglassing? And of course now, every single bit of these pipe 2s will be replaced with pipe 3s going forward. Pipe 3s. I want that much. I want 300 of you. Get rid of all the pipe 2s. Get rid of all of the pipe 2s. They're still gonna bring me pipe 2s, aren't they? Most likely. We're making our first pipe 3s! It's pipe 3s! They're beautiful, they're glorious, and they are magnificent. What is the pipe to ground length? We have a length of 18 is the gap. So it's 20. Why don't you show me that? Max length 19. Oh boy. In effect, a gap of 18. This is good. This is good. It's more than the pipe 2s. And they move 80% pressure. It isn't that glorious? I think that's pretty glorious. I don't know about you, but I think that's wonderful. Well, today has been a shorter day to contrast with our previous episodes. I will end off by looking at the acrylonitrile. There it is. It is ammonia plus propene plus oxygen. So we just need the oxygen. We need to bring in ammonia and propene from the train network. And we will have acrylonitrile at whatever quantities we want. Now, to be fair, let's instead do textiles, which Am I really going to make it in boxes? Probably not. So the acrylic fiber will come from acrylonitrile. Sodium sulfate will be sodium hydroxide plus sulfuric acid. I'm seeing all of this happening in the mall. I don't know about you. I see all of this just being in the mall. Maybe even also the acrylonitrile. That would involve bringing in propene into the mall, but I think I'm okay with that. So say I want 5, aka 1 box per second of that stuffs. Let's do large assembler with yield. You are also with yield. You should also be with yield to reduce our overall inputs. That's only 35.6 to make a box of textiles, the equivalent of a box of textiles. So, yeah. Granted, I will need more acrylic fiber. In fact, I'm going to say I want an excess 5 acrylic fibers at least, because they're also going to be used for other stuff throughout the mall, as well as for carbon fibers. So yeah, we want to make sure that we are getting enough acrylonitrile. In fact, I'm going to add carbon fibers into this mix, which is going to return it returns ammonia, but that can just be vented, I'm pretty sure. I can just vent ammonia. I'll have to look at that again, but I'm pretty sure it can be vented. Ammonia? Unvoidable. No, that's acrylonitrile. Ammonia. Yeah, it's ventable, so I don't care. I don't care about that. 5 of you as well. So that's gonna need more than 100 acrylonitrile. More than 100. Alright. If I want, like, a box of each of the things, right? If I want a box of carbon fiber, a box of acrylics, and a box of textiles, I'm going to need more than a box of more than 100 acrylonitrile. Let's do 200 in this plan. And set this up in a separate factory. Now, that's a lot of propene. That is a lot of propene. A lot of propene. In fact, that plus... where is it? The BPA. Not the BPA, the ECH. That. Oh boy, that plus that is pretty close to 1,000 already between those two things. Yeah, 603.8 and 377.4. That's close to the 1,000 of the propene that I made. That's why I made 1,000 on the propene over here in these 10 units build. 10 build units, whatever you want to call it. 100 each on these. There is a universe where I will in fact need more propene than that. Potentially. But we shall see how the actual consumption works out as we go along. And once we get into that, that is, in fact, I think the last main thing that I need for all of the infrastructure required to get into the physics apparatus. Where is the physics apparatus? Why is it not listed among all of these? Hello? Why are you up here? You're a box. You should be with the boxed recipe. Oh, whatever. Yeah, pretty sure all of that infrastructure is going to be doable. Missile box 1. Oh, it's going to consume methanol canister boxes. All right, sure. I'll need to provide methanol canisters onto the network as a thing that I'll need to do to get into those. There was something about underground belt boxes. So that's going to need underground pipes, belts, and underground red belts. The belts are textiles and fiberglass and bearings, etc., etc. And Stirling engine 2s. Those are there. That's going to need a thermal tank. Compressed argon, okay. The thermal tank I can make once I have insulation and eutectic salt. Alright, insulation is there, needs gypsum, will need gypsum. Alright, so that's another part after the acrylonitrile stuffs is getting into insulation, also getting into processors, ideally. I would like to get into processors and the optical cable. And of course the robot frame 2s and the sensor 2s in the end. Yeah, all of that glorious stuff. So it's still going to be a ways before getting into physics sciences, considering we still need to do the processors, the sensor 2s, the upgraded robots, etc., etc., etc. But we're working our way towards all of that. With that, I would like to thank you all for watching. This has been Otaku Showboat. If you have enjoyed today's video, please be sure to do all of the social and engagement stuff down below. Leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe if you have not yet subscribed, and hit the notification bell. Consider becoming a member of the channel by hitting the great big blue join button and supporting on Patreon at patreon.com/otakushowboat if you're so inclined and able. I will be back when I'm back, and I will see you all on the next one. Thank you.